Happy days, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Online School of English. Today's topic will be the first conditional type 1 plus exercises. Okay, here we go. Now, as always, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and kindly leave a comment below requesting any other videos regarding English grammar. Now, let's take a look at the first conditional type 1. In a previous video, we talked about the first conditional type O, which basically deals with absolute truths. In this one, there is a slight difference. In this one, yes, we are dealing with true facts, but the true facts are not in the present, they're actually in the future. So therefore, we are looking at predictable facts or general truths, not now, but moving forward, looking ahead. So we are looking to communicate a particular activity or situation decidedly in the future. Now, we're going to look at the two connected events. We're going to look at the condition and we're going to look at the result clause. In the condition, this is why it's called the first conditional, it's the truth part. So this is always the present simple. That does not change. But the result clause, unlike the conditional type O, in this conditional, the type 1 conditional, we're using the future simple. Have a look at this example here. If I have enough time, I will watch TV later on tonight. Now, will watch, yes, it is the future, but it actually expresses a willingness, and the degree of certainty is certainly not as strong as when we use the present simple in the type O. Now, what happens, for instance, if we were to, say, swap around the sentence, meaning could I put the if clause at the end of the sentence, meaning the second half? Could I put the result clause at the beginning of the sentence? Yes, we can. Let's have a look. Every time that the if clause is at the beginning of the sentence, it is immediately followed by a comma. And then we've got the result clause. Now, if we want to turn that around, because we want to give more importance or we want to highlight the result as opposed to the condition, we can perfectly do that. We just put the result clause first at the beginning of the sentence, but then the comma goes away. Have a look. If it is hot tomorrow, comma, we will go to the beach. We will go to the beach if it is hot tomorrow. There is no comma there. Let's have a look at another example. If we hurry, comma, we will get to the shops before they close. We will get to the shops before they close if we hurry, no comma. Let's practice. Now, do me a big favor. Pause the video, write down your answers, put them down in the comments, and then play the video so you can have a look, see how you did. If we, there is no if here, so we will miss the flight, we will miss the flight, no comma there. If the motorway is busy. Next one. Haha, the if is at the beginning. If the play does well, comma, it will open on let me know. By the way, if you can think of other examples of your own, or if you would like to try perhaps a negative sentence, or maybe even an interrogative one, put it in the comments. I'll have a look at it. Now, as is usually the case in grammar, there is always a special case of one form or another, one sort or another. In this particular case, we're going to look at differences between if and when. Can we substitute if for when? Well, the answer is yes. But there is a slight difference in meaning. Let's have a look. We substitute if for when in cases where the speaker has zero doubt that the event will take place in the future. In other words, when adds a layer of certainty. Notice the important differences in meaning between if and when. Example: I'm arriving in London today. I will give you a call if I get home before 9 p.m. When we use if, we are not entirely sure. In other words, we are unsure of the facts. We are unsure of the result. In other words, in this particular case, the speaker is unsure whether he will arrive home before 9 p.m. Now, when we use when, there is a high degree of certainty that is involved here. So I'm arriving in London later in the day. I will give you a call when I get home at 9 p.m. Now, in this particular case, the speaker is absolutely certain that he will be home by 9 p.m. at the latest, if not sooner. Let's do the practice. Again, please don't forget to pause the video, do your thing, and then play it back to have a look at the answers, right? Okay, number 1. I don't think you will have any problems, but call me if you do. Now compare that with number 2. Put that on my bill, please, and I will pay when I check out. Now clearly, the speaker knows he will undoubtedly check out, and when that happens, he'll pay the bill. Now we have further practice. So now in this case, I treat you to a challenge. If you have watched the previous video where we talk about the conditional type O, the first conditional type O, and then now this video, the first conditional type 1, let's see how you do. You'll likely do well. Let's have a look. So, situation. I usually write my parents a letter every week. That is a true fact. In other words, if I, yes, you guessed it, if I have enough time, I write my parents a letter every week. Now, this is a habit, this is a routine, therefore it is the first conditional type O. Situation number 2. I may have enough time to write my parents a letter later tonight. Now, pay attention, we've got two things going on here. May, he's not entirely sure, and then later tonight. So that speaks of a future intention, because will is a future intention. Okay. I want to write them a letter tonight. Both of those things are true. So in other words, if I have enough time, remember that the if clause in the first conditional is always, always, always written in the present simple. It's the result clause that changes between the type O and the type 1. I will write my parents a letter tonight. Okay. Number 3. If I have enough apples, I will bake an apple pie this afternoon. Now, here we've got the future intention. It's this afternoon, so we use will. I will fix your bicycle if I have a screwdriver of the proper size. Okay. So in the if clause, remember, we use the present simple. Aha! Here we have an adverb of frequency. So this speaks of a routine, just like in the first one right here, every week. So we're talking about a routine, a habit. So what does that tell us? Present simple. Yes, you're right. So Sally always answers the phone if she is in her office. So as you can see right here, Sally always answers the phone. Yes, there you go. So it's present simple. This right here is the if clause. The if clause always uses present simple in the first conditional, no matter what. Okay, so if you've got these right, wonderful. I'm excited. I would love to hear from you guys how you did. Please, please, please write a comment below and let me know how you've done. And that's the end for now. Until our next video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Oh, and share. Thank you. Cheers. Bye.